many of us in the West, because of the kind of dominant white culture here in the United States, are caught up in overachieving, over-efforting, pushing, right? That's the kind of the stream, the tide of our culture. And so to balance that, to counter that in the meditation practice, there's a great emphasis on just learning how to relax, learning how to slow down, learning how to not do, because many of us have been so conditioned by our society to equate our sense of self-worth, our identity, with doing. That when all of a sudden it's like, well, don't do anything. It's like, oh, like, what do I do if I'm not doing something? How do I just chill out? How do I just relax, right? Yet if you look at the early texts, there's a whole lot of doing. The Buddha emphasizes over and over again, one generates desire, one makes an effort, one arouses energy, one endeavors, arouses persistence, upholds and exerts intent. I mean, there's a lot of vigor there, right? But again, we have to keep in mind the context. This is ancient India. This is a mostly agrarian community. So they weren't living in a time where the pace of life and the number of demands and pressures every day were as intense as it is now. So there's this balance between the relaxation, the non-doing, but also the sense of really applying oneself. So energy gets misunderstood because we equate it with our cultural associations with pushing or forcing or trying too hard. That's not the kind of energy that I think the Buddha was talking about. So when our energy is balanced, when it's bright and steady, it feels really good. So think about when you're doing an activity that you love, that you want to be doing, whether it's playing a sport with somebody, or cooking, or if you knit or have a craft, or play music, right? When we're doing something that we love, that we want to do, there's a sense of innate connection to it, intrinsic motivation. There's a lot of energy there. And that energy is self-sustaining, right? There's that sense of like, yes, I want to be doing this, I'm enjoying it, it's feeding me as I'm giving to it, right? So there can be that sort of reciprocal relationship with the activity and the energy, and that feels really nourishing for us. This is the kind of energy that we want to learn how to access and use in meditation practice. And, if possible, in all areas of our life, to find that relationship of balance, steadiness, and innate desire, a healthy motivation with what we're doing.